Good morning, good morning, good morning. It's Rita from Miss Rita to the Rescue and my little corgis over here. Hope you like corgis. No, I'm just kidding. They don't really bark all that much except at the very beginning, but I'm sure they'll prove me wrong today. So, hello, it's Tuesday in this fine week. And I am not in a rush today. Yesterday I was in a bit of a rush and I messed up my print and cut stickers, but I hope that you got something out of the whole process. Today we're going to work on we're going to work using the flowers technique that we used on Monday and the print and cut that we used yesterday. Wait, is today Wednesday? Is today Wednesday? Oh my god, it's Wednesday. Yes. Oh my god, because I know that we did flowers on Monday and Persica yesterday. Yes, it's Wednesday. This tells you how right I am in the mind. I know it's Wednesday because I have a meeting later on today. Oh well. Anyway, so today we're going to do. This is an old project that I have revived. It's called. I call it the Apple Blossom and Lace Thinking of You card. It is sized A2. I'll give you an example of what it can look like. Here is the card. I did not put an inside in there because I was so focused on using this flower, which it looks probably similar to the sakura that we did because it is the base, or at least the scoring is from what we used for the sakura, right? And then I changed these, and I actually just put the description. Sorry, the Cricut product describe Design Space file. I put the Cricut Design Space file in the description of this video already. So if you like this project, please feel free to grab it. It's in the description. It should be in the description. Um yeah, this is a fun card to make. I want to show you kind of like a before and after. So here's what we used to have. I used to use for these cards. I used to just take a tag and put writing with a pen on it. And I think it looked really cute that way. But I wanted to sort of make this with sticker paper because I just got 200 sheets of sticker paper. And I also felt kind of bad about the whole sticker paper fiasco from yesterday. So, because I printed on the wrong side. And so I wanted to show you how you can make a image like this with writing on it and flatten it and use it as sticker paper. Now, as far as the card itself goes, again, you can pick up the Design Space file in the description, but it consists of this piece, which I've actually cut. I'm going to show you how I did that. And then um, this is just that flower. I'll show you where I got that. This is just a matting frame. And then this is a card sized as R20, haha, or A2 as we're known. So if you have a joy and you want to do this project, you can do this project. You'd have to just eliminate this. This is the card base. Now you won't be able to do the print and cut, but you could do this. So that's why I added all of these elements into that file. So yes, you can use your insert cards, which I will show you how to put one of these together with my trusty insert cards in the shape of A2. So the last time I showed you this project was 2 years ago when we went uh let's see, when we went live with the joy, because I wanted to show people how you could make cards other than insert cards. So that was sort of the emphasis of this class. But or that class. But this class, we're going to talk about the print and cut a little bit more. Okay. So let me just tell you how I created this project. I believe it started off as a Cricut project. So I'm going to save this and let's go over. I think we're going to do new and projects. Let me see if we can find it amidst the hundreds of new projects that we have. Look at all of these wonderful projects. Did you guys get your card mats yet? We'll do some more mats. We'll do some more with the 2x2 mat soon. But there are, for us that have been around for a while, making cards, there are other projects available in Cricut Design Space that are already made for you, and I often will use those projects. So I often use them and then make changes because I like to modify it, make it my own sort of thing. So I'm going to see if I can't find this, but if not, I can show you how to create it from cherry blossom. I spelled blossom wrong. I think that this card, no, it's not going to show up. So I think this card, I think it used to be a project, but let's do it from scratch. Okay, the first thing you want to do is create the card base. So we're going to go to shapes and we're going to choose the square, unlock this square, and you can change the color if you want. I'll change this one to green and unlock it. And we're going to make this square, not a square, into a rectangle. And so that means we're going to make it 8.5 inches wide by 5.5 inches high. Okay, this is the size of an unfolded A2. Lola, go ahead, go for a walk, honey. Santa just came in. Okay, then we're going to also go back to shapes and pick up our score line. Yeah, Renee. I had a similar problem with the cutaway cards. I think you get better at it as you go along. Okay, so here's the score part. So I'm going to select these two and come up here to align and do center. Okay? Then when I do that, I have to just attach the score line. So there's your card, and I'll turn it around like this. Now, let's go and grab the other images that we need. So we're going to images, and we will type in cherry blossom, even though in my opinion this looks like an apple blossom. It is labeled as a cherry blossom. So here it is right there. It's a free image, so even if you don't have Cricut access, you can grab this file. And then also, what else do we need? We need a tag. So let's go back to images and type in tag. And there should be a lot of these. Let's see. Okay, so this one looks pretty. This one's uploaded. Let's not use that one. You can choose any of these. Let's choose this one because it kind of looks like my original. So let's use this one. And yeah, it does have something on the front of it, but don't worry, we'll figure that out. And then what else do we need? We're going to need the doily. So let's go to images again, and we're going to just type in doily. Which I have spelled altogether wrong. Doily. Does it have an E in it? I messed that up. DOILY. Doily? Doily. No E. Okay, so let's look for the doily that we used for this. And again, I'm just showing you how I created this, okay? Not you don't have to recreate it, but I want you to learn because learning is so powerful. So here is one that looks similar to what I used. Let's choose that one. But I'm still going to scroll looking for the one that I used originally. Okay, let's choose that one. Now we also need to talk about like the page composition. So obviously these images come in all different sizes. Look at our tag. The first thing I want to do about the tag is I want to get rid of this space on the inside. So I am going to contour out that inside. Contours down here. I know you might not be able to see it, but it's like a circle with dashes. Okay. And I'm going to contour out that middle piece. And there you go. My tag is looking like I want it to look. But now this is my card. Okay. This is the card size. So I'm going to have to start resizing. And what I realized about this card was the doily is beautiful. However, it takes forever to cut out. Okay. And actually, this isn't the exact doily that I used in my original. But anyway, it would still take forever to cut out. So what I decided was I was going to use just part of it. And so what I did was I went to shapes and I grabbed a square. Come on, shapes. Shapes. Give me a square. We're making a card, Dawn. We're making a card. Is the screen blurry? Is the screen blurry? Let me see if I can move it back a little. All right. Shapes finally came up. And we'll grab the square. So I am going to take this square and sort of unlock it and stretch it over the doily. I kind of want to do maybe 3/4 of the doily. So right here, not quite completely in half. And I'm going to select them both and then go down here to slice. And I can slice out part of this doily. This will make it so much easier to cut this out. I'm going to change the doily color to white because I like doilies in white. Now I have to consider this. So this is a little bit too big. Let's go ahead and make it slightly smaller, and we'll also arrange it to the front. So it's going to kind of cut off the doily a little bit. In fact, I think it's a little bit too small. So let's try this. All right. And then our flower, which is way too big for the card. So we'll just make it, I think it's about 3.5 inches. All right. So the flower is going to go on there, and that's fine. But I feel like the card's missing something, and I think that it's missing a mat. So I'm going to go back to shapes and choose a square. Now, you don't have to choose the square. You can choose other things, such as there's some pretty like this is cute, but it's only available for access members. So do either one, whichever you want to do. Okay. So here is a mat that we could use. And in fact, now that I think about it, we've got some pretty heavy as far as design elements here. So maybe what I will do is I'll go back and just choose a regular old square instead. And I'm going to unlock it and sort of make it about 1/4 inch all around like that. Okay. And I think I'll use my patterned paper for this, but so I'll be reminded. I will choose, I don't know, a different color. Let's choose blue. Okay. So then let's put this together again. So we are going to bring this to the front. And then we've got this, which I think needs to be in a lighter color. And you see how I'm just kind of just eyeballing these things? No, not that color. How about this color? This color might work. All right. So we've got our card, and we have the pretty little flower, which I'm going to show you how to put together. And then we have our tag. But now we have to talk about the saying that's going to go on the tag. Now, again, you could do it one of two ways. The old way that I did it was I just added a text box and typed in whatever, happy birthday. And I switched it to writing style and chose from there. Like, for instance, maybe I would have put like this. Okay. And that is a way that you can do it for sure. And if you have a joy, then this is really the only way that you can do this. Okay. Well, not the only way, but you know what I mean. You can't do print and cut with the joy. But I'm thinking we went over how to do print and cut. So now everybody is like, I want to do print and cut. So I'm going to show you what I changed this up to. I'm going back to images and I'm going to let's type in thinking of you. Okay. Thinking of you. And we're going to look for something that's going to look good. I like this one over here. I'm actually going to save that because I really like that one, but we'll just give it a look. This one's cute too. So let's grab both of these. Okay. And we're going to add them to our canvas. All right. Come on. Add to the canvas. Come on. Hurry up. Hurry up. Okay. So obviously, look, they come in way oversized. So we got to resize it. The other thing I want to point out to you is that a lot of times images come in and they have more layers than what you're seeing. That's because they're set to hide layers. So look at this thinking of you. Okay. And you're thinking it's a one layered image, but it's really not. It's actually a 3-layered image. So what you want to do is, whoops. Here we go. I'm going to do this over. All right. So what you want to do is to unhide those. So see that it now has those. I don't want them. So I'm going to ungroup and just eliminate these. I want to keep it simple. All right. So there's my thinking of you, which I will resize on my tag like this. I think that looks good. I'm going to actually duplicate my tag because I want to do the other thinking of you. All right. Now for this one, you see that it does have both layers, but we don't want the offset layer. So let's get rid of that and arrange it to the front and sort of resize it. Now, at this point, you've got to think about color choice. And I do not want brown, although I like brown. I am friends with brown, but I think for this, I need something kind else, maybe pink. Yeah, pink is cute. All right. So now I have got 2 thinking of you. Actually, like this one better. And here is my thinking of you, the other one. And what we're going to do is grab them both. You see how I grab them both? I just put it, and you can't do it this way. You have to do it around these 2. Okay. And then I'm coming down here and I'm going to flatten the image right here. Is like a little down arrow. And what that does is it's going to take the image, which is 2 layers, and it's going to flatten it into 1 layer that is going to be printable from our printer, excuse me. See, and it makes it a change. It looks really cool. Now, I want to point this out. It's kind of a minor detail, but it's important. You see through, I'm going to get a little closer so you can see. So you see here that I can see through this tag because I can see the back, which is the grid lines. That is indicating to me that when this cuts out, it is going to cut out that circle. If you don't want the circle there, or you do, let's say you have one that doesn't have a circle, you need to tell Design Space to do that. So before you flatten it, so I'm going to unflatten it. And before you flatten it, you are going to have to take that circle out, or if you want to put one in, that's where you'd have to do it. Okay. So just so that you know, that's how that works. So let us flatten these together. And when you flatten them together, they are appearing together. So here you go. And I'll show you the, how do I get rid of that circle? Okay. Go to contour and remove the circle if you want to do that. Okay. And then you can size this and then flatten. Okay. So there's with and without. All right. Now we're ready to cut this out. Now I'm not going to do a lot of cutting today because I want to show you how to put this together, but this is sort of how it's going to go together. So either this one or this one. All right. So then we would just go ahead and hit make it. Now I know I do have 2 tags here, but let's say I want to make a few of these because I want to make a bunch of thinking of you. Um, hey Storm, happy birthday. Sorry, I'm reading the chat while I'm doing this. So let's say I want to make a bunch of these because I really want to maximize my paper. So I am going to hit apply. I'm going to make 4 of these. Now I realize I have 4 tags here, but that's okay. I'm going to show you something about that. But when I do this, you'll see that I'm maximizing the use of my paper, and I can use one piece of patterned paper, and then I have all of these. So look at this print and cut. So I have 4 on one sheet and 4 on the other. So what I'm going to do, go to the second sheet, and I'm going to select one of these, and I'm going to choose that triple dot, and I'm going to say move object. I'm going to move it to our first sheet. And you'll notice that it sort of hides in front, but you can, by moving these things around, you can sort of push out to maximize that sheet, kind of like what we were doing yesterday. Okay, so I'm pushing this out, and then I can move these I don't know if I'm going to be able to move all of them over to fit on one page, but let's say I just want to use one page of sticker paper. This is how you would do it. Okay, this is what we were talking about yesterday. So I think I'm not going to get this 4th one on there. So I'm going to hide it. And then I'm going to move this one, move object. And let's put it here. And we need to find that duplicate. There it is. No, not sure if it's going to all fit. No, maybe not. But I did get 2 of them in. So I'm going to hide this one. No, you know what? I'm going to hide this one. All right. So now I'm going to get, instead of 4 on 2 sheets, I'm getting 6 on 1 sheet. Okay. And you'll notice that I have eliminated everything from this mat. So this mat will disappear when we get to the cut phase. Okay. So then we're going to hit continue. Now, this is what I was going over yesterday when I goofed up. Okay. And we're going to just kind of go over it now so that you can understand what I did. So I've got my print then cut right here, you see, and I'm going to send it to the printer. I am going to use the system dialog, but not add bleed. And I'm also going to print this on my good old HP Envy. So HP Envy, no bleed, use system dialog. And then I hit print. And I'm going over to this yellow way up here in the top. so that I can remove Design Space, make sure that my envy is set for best quality, and then I'm going to hit print. And this time, I believe I added my my sticker paper incorrectly. Not incorrectly. I put it in the printer correctly. Okay, so now it's printing. Um, why no bleed? It's just a personal preference. When you, it's just a personal preference. Surely you can add bleed if you want. Bleed allows for you to cut it out, and bleed is good, especially if you have trouble with alignment. But my machine's pretty accurate, and they don't have a problem with it. So you could add bleed if you want. What bleed does is it adds a little minute area around the sticker, but it cuts out slightly inside of that. And that would keep it so that if you had a white background but a colored image like here, it would cut slightly on the inside so you won't see any white edges all around. Now, you really kind of don't need bleed if you've calibrated your machine and you feel like the calibration is really precise, but that's why I don't use bleed. Okay, so now what's this? Come on. All right, so now I am going to go ahead and cut out these tags. So I'm going to go to Browse All Materials. And as I told you before, with this sticker paper, and this sticker paper I'm using is from onlinelabels.com, my favorite place to buy sticker paper. I hope you check them out. I've been working with them for like 20 years. When I used to have my business, I used to use them for all my labels. So this particular sticker paper cuts great on washi sheet setting, and also with the pressure being less. Okay, so that's what I've done here. And now I have my sticker sheet on the brand new mat. I have it up here in the top left corner like this. Do not put it this way or upside down. I have done this before, and I'm telling you that you will have a problem. Okay, and then we're going to hit the load button. And when it's all done loading, we're going to hit the play button or the go button. I like to call it a play button. It's kind of funny. Okay, so I'm hitting the go button. And what you'll notice here is that the machine is going to use, there's a little light that's on. And what it's doing is it's a sensor. So it's sensing the parameters of the cut. Okay. And this is why you cannot do this on the Joy. The Joy does not have any sensors, only on the Explorer or on the Maker. Okay. So this is the reason why, not the printer, but rather this does not have a setting. Okay. So we'll watch that cut out a little bit, and then we're going to switch over our view to the card. While we watch that work, it's ready to go. And it does take kind of a little bit, like there's that pregnant pause in there, and it's kind of annoying. But you're going to see that it's going to start, and it's going to cut out the circle on the inside on those ones that have the circle. So this one has a circle, and it's cutting out the exterior, and then you'll see it go and do the circle on there. Let's wait for that. There it is. Okay. All right. So let me move you down here and show you how this goes together. Okay. So there's my completed card. Clearly, you could do a couple other things to this. One is you could choose a different kind of patterned paper. I chose this. I thought it was kind of a little busy after I chose it, so I might go back and choose like a little softer thing later on. I also chose this color paper for my card base. This is a Cricut cardstock. And then I've added a few little embellishments here. I'm going to show you how this goes together. So here's my card base. Again, if you don't want to make your own card base or you're using your Joy, you can also use ta-ta-da sticker. I'm sorry, not sticker paper, insert cards. So here, all this is a folded piece of cardstock. So what I've done is I have, using my maker and my stylus, is I've made an insert card. By the way, you can make your own insert cards, so you don't have to buy them. And now that we have a lot of people using that 2x2, maybe we'll have to have a little project on that. Okay, so exactly same size. Again, it is uncut. It's 8.25, I'm sorry, 8.5 by 5.5. Uncut. When folded, it becomes 4.25 by 5.5. This used to be called the A2, but Cricut has renamed it to the R20. So when we talk about this, I might slip and say A2, but I really mean R20. So when you're buying cards from Cricut, you'll know that's what that size is. It's the original insert card size. Okay, so here's my my mat. Again, I think it's a little busy, but it's okay. So here's my mat. Here is my sticker sheet. There's my doilies, which, believe me, take forever to cut out. Actually started them this morning at, like, I don't know what time I did. It was like 7 o'clock. I started them 7:30, and they didn't finish until, I did cut out quite a few, but they didn't finish until like after 8 o'clock. So half hour it took. Now I did cut these on intricate cut. But imagine how long it would have taken if I had the full thing. So here it is. This, I'm just going to show you how we're putting this together. So let's use this pink, and no, let's use the green. I like the green better. And there, and there, and then we've got our flower, which is over here. Now, what you want to do is carefully detach each petal like that. And then using that score line as a guide, we're going to pinch each of the petals. That's why I have to detach them, because otherwise they'll rip. And here we go. We're just pinching it just to give it a little bit of, I don't know, dimension. Okay. Then we've got, does this look familiar? This is also from the cherry blossom. Going to get our our glue. And I am not going to put a foam dot here, which is what we did with the cherry blossom, because maybe we'll mail this and we don't want any extra bulk. Okay, then I'm going to flip it over, and I'm going to take my little leaf, which also has a score, give it a little score there. And then the pointier side is going to go on the back. So let's get a little bit of glue on there. And pointier side here. And we can let the leaf sort of stand out. But the inside is missing something. So I have these, let me show you what they are. Bead landing sticky gems. I honestly do not know where I got these from, but this manufacturer makes me think that maybe I got it from Joann's for some reason. Anyway, you can use whatever you want. They make ones that are pearl size, but I thought these were kind of fun and classy. They already have a little bit of stickum on there, and there is our flower. So let's put together, so we got our flower, we got this, we got this. Let's put together the card. I'm going to use double stick tape for the back of the mat. You don't have to. You can use glue if you want. But I don't know, for me, I just kind of like, for a large surface, I like to use the double stick tape. Okay. Okay, so there's my double stick tape. I do need a, where's my, okay, here it is. I do need to use my little weeding tool to take off the other side. I'm going to do that. Wednesday. It's Wednesday, Rita. I should know that. I have like 2 meetings today. All right. And we are putting this down here. Nice inside of the, keeping all the edges about the same. You just eyeball that. And then we're going to take the doily, turn it over, and using a precision tip glue like I have here, I am just going to put a little bit of glue. Do not over glue this part, because then you'll have it all squeezing out and you'll be going, oh my gosh, it looks awful. And it does kind of look awful when the glue sort of seeps out. Sometimes, depending on the glue you use, you don't see it as much, but you still want to go slow or low with the amount of glue that you're using. See, so I'm not doing every single bit, because it probably, if I did, it'd probably dry before I even get to stick it on. So this appears to me like enough. And then I'm going to take and put it right up against the side here. Whoops. Okay. Now for our stickers. So here's the thinking of you. Let's do that one, because that's the one with the hole. And you see when you peel it off, the hole is already cut off. So let's use that. And you know what, Shirley? I should have used bleed, because look, you can see it down here, but we'll pretend like I used bleed, okay? So I'm just going to stick that here. And then I have to decide where I'm going to put my flower. Kind of looks nice there. It could look nice here. Maybe if you make more than one of them, you can choose a different place. It's up to you. And I'm going to stick it on here just like this. And that is it. Ooh, let's do the pink one. Well, since I have a little bit of time, we'll do another one in pink. Pink might be a little overkill. So, but we'll try it and see. I love making these cards and having them in my arsenal, in my card box, because then if you hear of somebody, oh, she's having a really hard time, or they lost someone, and you just want to just send out a little note. Gosh, who wants to go to the card store and pick up a card and then write it and find the stamps? I don't know about you guys, but it's like I'm always like on the hunt for the stamps. And this saves me the trip to the card store, and then I can just easily just pluck it from my card box. Whoops. Pluck it from my card box and jot a little note on the inside. That's why I left it blank. And so it's just kind of like, it's generic, but it doesn't look generic, is what I'm saying. Like if you go to the dollar store and you're buying the 2 for $1 cards or whatever, they're kind of crummy. I'm sorry, but they're kind of crummy. And yeah, they're 2 for $1. People know that you only pay 50 cents for it. And in this case, I mean, you already have this paper, so the only expense is your time, which these work up really quickly. So as you can see from what I'm doing here. Okay. So while I'm finishing up this one, I just want to remind you that we have giveaways going on right now. It is May. If you're watching this at a different time, we would do this every month. So this is May 2022. And this month we're giving away a Cricut Mug Press Bundle, a Cricut Bright Pad Go, and then a number of other wonderful materials bundles, including the 2x2 mat, which is brand new, and with some cards. So there's going to be a lot of fun things to win, and all you have to do to enter your name is to follow the link that will be in the description of the video, subscribe to my YouTube channel, so easy, and then to subscribe to my YouTube channel. And then you have to follow the link to Rafflecopter. Now, a lot of people have said, I can't figure out this Rafflecopter. And I just want to point out that it's so much simpler than it appears. All you had to do is put your name and email address in. And you just do that once. Now, when you come back the next day, because you can enter every single day, you're going to do the same thing. You go to the link, you add your name and your email address. Now, it won't show that you put an entry in the day before. It just won't, because this is a free random generator that I use, and I am not going to pay money just to collect entries for every month. So I don't pay money for that extra opportunity, and it just seems to me like kind of a waste of money. So I put my money elsewhere. Okay. So definitely get your name in. Um, do not think you're doing something wrong. It really is that easy. Okay. Tomorrow on the show, we are going to do, I'm pretty excited about this. We are going to be talking about envelopes. You guys know I don't talk about envelopes all that much. Oh, goodness. The street sweeper is out. I don't talk about envelopes all that much. And that's because I generally will buy my envelopes. But for those of you that don't buy your envelopes and you're looking for something cool to seal them with, and this is perfect if you're doing wedding invitations or something fancy, I'm going to show you how to use a wax sealer, and there's a couple of different ways to use it, and that's what we're going to be going over tomorrow. And that's Thursday. Friday, the freebie is going to be from the Bearded Housewife. I'm going to show you. So there's our cards. Aren't they simple and cute? I hope you like them. Remember, pick it up at pick it up in the description where it is a free design space file. I want to also point out, when I give you the free design space files, it doesn't necessarily mean that all the images are free. I'm giving you the file for free. There are some other people that will charge you for their files. I do not. Okay. So there is that. All right. And there may be a cost involved in some of the images if you do not have access, which is the optional subscription based system. Okay. Now I'm just going to take you over to the Bearded Housewife so you can see what's coming up. Bearded Housewife, I believe, is the no. I think I'm going to have to go to Google. Bearded. There it is. Bearded Housewife. You have to put the in the front. So it's the Bearded Housewife. Okay. And it's a guy. This guy, he's the husband, stay-at-home dad, lifelong crafter, and he does sell his cards and projects. However, he does have also this resource library. So you go in here, and I forget, I think it's this. When you go in here, so you have to sign up for it now. I don't remember what the password is, but I will get to it. But anyway, there is this this protected, like resource area, or what's called, like, the vault, the image vault or whatever. And that's where you can get some free stuff. And you could also shop and buy his cards. He does a lot of insert cards. So if you like, well, now you can make insert cards on all the machines. So there you go. And so you can buy these individually. And we're going to have a look at that, but we're going to look at the free files that are on there. So that's Friday. And that's going to do it for the week for us. So that's it for today. And again, tomorrow we're doing sealing envelopes. That should be fun. And then we come here Friday to the Bearded Housewife. And it's the Bearded Housewife. And that's going to wrap up our week. Okay. And that is it for me for today. Thank you so much for coming. And we will see you again tomorrow, hopefully at 9 o'clock. All right. Take care. Bye.